I have for you another one of my flows. This one will be also for strong core, strong arms and shoulders. This time level 2. We're going to start sitting on the shins. Sit nice and tall. Keep your chest straight and breathe through your nose. Take a big inhale in and exhale through the nose. On another inhale, reach the arms up. Reach, reach. And with exhale, bend to the right. Inhale through the center, bend to the left. One more time, inhale through the center, bend right. Inhale through the center, bend left. Now come back through the center, reach, inhale, and with exhale come to tabletop. Hands and knees to the mat. Make sure your wrists stack with your shoulders and your knees with your hips. We're going to stretch the wrist and prepare for all the plank poses we're gonna do. So you're gonna start doing a circling motion to the right and then switch direction. Leaning the shoulders over the wrist as you come up to make sure that the wrist is really stretching. And now you can shake it off. Shake it off. And we're going to flip the hands the way that our fingers are facing our feet or our knees. And we do the same thing. We're going to find some movement, back and forth or circles. And then the other direction. There you go. And you can shake it off and come back to tabletop. We're going to move through 3 rounds of cat and cat pose. So as you inhale, look up, arch the spine. And as you exhale, round. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Really push the floor away from you. Inhale, cat, cow. Exhale, cat pose. And now you come back to your tabletop. And we're going to tuck the toes and come to downward facing dog. So really press the chest towards the thighs and your heels towards the mat. Pedal the feet. Make sure your feet are positioned, your hip width distance apart, and your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Pedal the feet, connecting one thigh to the chest, and then the other to the belly. Push the floor away from you, and we're gonna warm up with sun salutation A. You look in between your hands. Inhale, and walk the feet to meet the hands, coming into forward fold. Exhaling, forward fold. It's the first forward fold, so we're gonna hang in here for a couple of breaths. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Really bend the knees, connecting the thighs to your belly, and let your head be heavy. Take a big inhale in, and exhale. On another inhale, keep the knees bent and come all the way up. High mountain pose, reach. And exhale, back to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, rise halfway. And as you exhale, plant the hands and step to high plank. First chaturanga, you're going to shift forward and lower down exactly halfway. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Right away as you come to downward facing dog, inhale, look in between the hands and walk the feet to meet the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, come up, high mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, stepping back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. We go right away one more time. Inhale, look in between the hands and walk the feet to meet the hands. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, come up, high mountain, and exhale to fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Step or jump to your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Now from downward facing dog, walk the feet to meet the hands and come into a chair pose. Inhale, chair. Bend the knees, sink the hips low, reach the arms up. Engage your core, sink low. Breathe. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale to fold. Inhale, come up, high mountain pose, reach. And exhale back to fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step or jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale to down dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're going to continue the warm up. You're going to inhale and extend your right leg behind. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Low lunge. Inhale, take a twist. Right hand up, hold. 1, 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale through low lunge. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, tap the left knee to the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to mat. Frame the front foot. Step it back. Take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. From downward facing dog, take a breath. On another inhale, left leg extends behind you. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Take your twist. Inhale, left hand up. Hold. Come back to low lunge. Exhale. Inhale, come up. High lunge. Exhale, right knee taps. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to mat. Take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Now from downward facing dog, we go one more time. Inhale, right leg extends behind you. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale to warrior 2. Just spin the back foot. Make sure you have a 90-degree bend in the front knee. Relax the shoulders. Look over to the right hand. Sink lower. Warrior 2. Inhale, reach. Reverse. And exhale, extended side angle pose. Right hand down, left hand up. One more breath. Inhale, come back. Reverse. Exhale. Frame the front foot, step it back, take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right away as you inhale, left leg extends behind you. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale to warrior 2. Just spin the back foot, again sink low. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Look up, rotate the chest up, 2, 3 breaths here. And come back, reach back, reverse. And as you exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we're going to start working on the arms and shoulders. So from your downward facing dog, we're going to shift the weight to plank. And as you come into plank pose, you're going to reach the right arm, shift back to down dog, tap your left foot, come back. We go 10 times on each side. You can take a wider stand to make sure you are not leaning your hips to the side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Come all the way down. Down dog. Go. Plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Downward facing dog. This time from downward facing dog, we're going to walk the feet a bit closer. If you have your block, I suggest you use your block for this exercise, because you're going to either tap the ground, tap the mat, or tap the block. I tap the block. So I set my hands pretty much almost next to the block, but not completely. I walk the feet about halfway, right? From here, we're going to take 5 pike push-ups. You're going to not be bending the elbow outwards, but keeping them in. Keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders. You're going to come down, tap the block, come up, tap the block, come up, tap the block. If you are strong enough to tap the ground, go ahead, tap the ground. Let's do 5. 5. And then you can take the block away. Walk it back. Downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're going to shift our weight into a bear pose. You can start in tabletop, go with hovering tabletop. So you can just come and lift the knees off about 2-3 inches from the mat. Push the floor away from you. Now in a hovering tabletop, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg, connect knee to elbow. Let's go 10 on each side. 7, 6, 5. Make sure you're not shifting your shoulders over wrist. 4, 2, 1. Switch. 10, 9. Breathe through it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Push it back. Downward facing dog. This time from downward facing dog, we're going to come, shift away to plank. Come straight into your high plank. This time we're going to come straight into our side plank. And in the side plank, we're going to connect elbow to knee 10 times on each side. Come. 10. Inhale, exhale, connect. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Come back to the center. Go the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Now lower down onto the forearms. This time in forearms, we go hip taps. So you're going to tap the hip side to side. Let's do 14, 7 on each side. Come back, push it back to plank, shift back, downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, take a big inhale, look in between the hands and walk the feet to meet the hands. Come straight into your chair pose. This time we're going to come onto the tippy toes. Hold your toes tight and slowly, slowly, slowly lower all the way down. Coming into a seat. Coming to a seat. And we're going to work on some boat poses. So you're going to knit your block. You're going to press the block in the middle of your mat. And you can do this exercise either for beginners is with your hands behind you. Make sure your hands are directly in line with your shoulders. Or you can extend the arms up or leave them next to your body. And we're going to be tapping next. You can stand the block up because you're going to be coming higher and down next to the block. Let's go 7 on each side. Keep the chest straight. 14 together. Let's go. Breathe through it. And then you are done. Now we're going to come into a low boat pose. This time, this exercise, we're going to come into low boat pose and high boat pose with a straddle. So you come down and up in a straddle. Come down and up in a straddle. Let's do 10. Come down, low boat, up, come, straddle. Come last. And then you can slowly release this exercise that we're going to do. You might also need your block or your hands because you're going to lie down, extend your hands overhead. And what we're going to do, this exercise also works on compression. You're going to try to keep your lower back where it is. Do not try to lift it. And you're going to take your feet, compress, connect the thighs to the belly, and tap your hands, tap your wrists, and come back. We go 10. Try not to do this. Try not to lift up and come all the way onto the shoulders. Try to stay low, have the back staying. So you work also compression, connect, come down. We do 10. Connect, tap the wrist, come down, compress, tap the wrist, come down, come down, but not all the way down. Just keep the feet hovering this full time. Go. You can do it. Tap the wrist and come back. Tap and come back. Good job. Now in this pose, we're going to take the hands, leave the hands right next to you, and we're going to do leg raises, but we're going to do a letter O. So we're going to do let's do 7 O shapes with your feet. Make sure the feet stay hovering the whole time. We go 7 on one side, 7 one direction, and 7 the other direction. Make sure you keep your lower back on the mat, and you are really just using your core to get the feet up and down. 7 on each side. You can do it. And then you switch direction. Feet are in the air this whole time. Let's do it. And then you can come all the way down. We're going to do one more set in low boat pose. I call this one one of the hardest. So you can take a few breaths, break here, and then we're going to come into a low boat pose this time. So you're going to lift the shoulders, lift the feet, and we go 5 times reaching to the side, 5 on each side. So we do 10. Go, reach. Keep the shoulders off. And then release. Take a breath break, because we're gonna go one more time. Take a big inhale in. Come up, lift. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now we're going to roll onto the belly. Roll onto your belly and have your hands over your head with your palms facing each other. We're going to lift into a lotus pose and alternate hand and leg lifts. So you're going to inhale, lift the chest, lift the thighs, and then 10 times alternating lifts. Try to keep the legs straight, don't bend the knees. And then release. Breathe through it. We go 2 more times. So take a big inhale and come up. Let's do it. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We go again. Come on, you can do it. Release. We're done here. Now we're going to actually come back onto the belly. So just roll onto the back. Just roll onto the back, and we're going to come into reverse plank pose. So you're going to press the hands behind you. Again, shoulder width distance apart, and you're going to use the heels to lift the chest and lift the hips up. Here, try to keep the hips where they are, and we're going to alternate 7 leg lifts, straight leg. 7 on each side, 14 all together. Let's do it. Nine. Breathe through it. 10. 4 more. 2 and 1. Slowly lower down. Good job. This time we're going to work more on the compression, and I'm going to show you how to do a bunch of L-sit drills. So this time you're going to need your block, or you can do it without the block. I'll do it for you guys. With the block, you're going to come and place the block next to your thighs, not next to your hips, but to the thighs, because you're going to work on compressing. And here we're going to lift, stay lifted, but alternate 10 leg lifts on each side. So you're going to lift the hips up, the sit bones, and then you go 10 on each side, 20. Keeping the legs straight, squeezing the leg towards your body. You can also work on this without the blocks. Whenever you are done, you just come back into the seat. Good. Now we're going to work on one harder exercise, which is going to be similar, but in Lolasana. So you're going to come sitting on the shins, sitting on the feet. You're going to take your hands to the block. You can set it to the higher setting, or you can work on the floor. And we're pretty much going to lift up. You're going to lift. Squeeze the knees towards the chest, and we're going to be alternating lifting feet, 10 on each side, squeezing the feet towards the glute. So as you lift, you count 1, 2, squeeze it all towards your chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. All down here. Good job. Blocks can go away. Then we're going to come right to the tabletop. So come into your tabletop pose. Adjust your knees with your hands. And we're going to work a bit more on the core. So in tabletop, you're going to extend your right hand, left leg. Take a big inhale. Bring it to the side. The foot should stay on a level of the hip. So the leg stays high. Come, bring it to the side. Come back through the center. Let's go 10 on each side. Come back through the center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach. And let's start working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. Tabletop. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Now back in downward facing dog. We're going to work again on those pike push-ups. So you can grab the block or you can try to tap the floor. You're going to set the block again. Hands a little bit further from the block. You walk the feet a bit closer. And we're going to, the closer the feet, the harder it is because you're going to have more weight on the front. So you're going to be pushing more weight. Make sure you keep the elbows in. Inhale. Come. Tap. Come up. Tap. Let's do 7. 7. Block can go away. Come back. Downward facing dog. This time from downward facing dog, we're going to be working on a push-ups. Again, downward facing dog. To chaturanga, press it back up 5 times. So you're going to come, down dog, chaturanga, press back up. Only 5, 4. Body one straight line. 3. 2. And one last one. And come back. From downward facing dog, we're going to come back into a bear pose. So take the knees down. Make sure you stack the knees with the hips. And we're going to come into a bear pose. This time in bear pose, you take your right hand, left leg, and we go for elbow to knee connection. Only 5 on each side. Try not to lean to the side. 5 on each side. Go, the other side, switch. 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're going to come right back to a plank. Lower it down to your forearm plank. This time in forearm plank. We go elbow to triceps connection. Let's do 7 on each side. Push the floor away from you. Really don't sink. Make sure that the shoulders are working here. Keep the hips in a line with your body. And we go 7 on each side. You can alternate or do 7 at one and 7 the other side. Good job. Now you can press it back up and come to downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, we go one more cycle of the foot or shin tap. So you're going to come again, plank. Take your right hand, tap the foot, come back, tap the foot 7 times, tap the foot, come back, tap the foot. And then switch sides, come back. There you go, come back, downward facing dog. Now we're gonna give the arms break. You can, from downward facing dog, inhale, right leg extends behind you and step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale, take a twist. Right hand goes behind you, look back. Come through the center, inhale. And exhale to warrior 2, sink low. Make sure your front thighs almost or parallel to the mat. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, extended side angle pose. Chill here, 3 breaths. Look up, breathe. Now come back through center, come back, reach back, reverse. And exhale, hands to mat, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1 breath here. Inhale, extend the left leg behind you and step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, come up. Exhale, take a twist. Left hand behind, look back. 1 more breath. Inhale through the center and exhale to warrior 2. Just spin the back foot, sink low, breathe. Inhale, reverse, left hand reaching back. And exhale, extend it, side angle pose. Look up. 3 breaths here. And inhale, back to reverse. Reach back. Exhale, hands to mat. Frame the front foot. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale to down dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're gonna do 1 more cycle of plank. So we're going to come into a plank. And this time in a plank pose, we're going to work on the reverse mountain climbers. So you're going to connect your right knee to your left elbow, left wrist. And we go 10 times on each side. So as you come to your plank pose, extend the right leg behind, bend and connect, cross, elbow to wrist, 10 times. 5. 10, switch. 2, 1, come come back, shift it back, downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, come down onto the forearms, coming into a dolphin pose. You're going to walk the feet a little closer, and we're going to do 7 leg lifts. So you're going to lift the leg, come back, the other, 7 on each, while you push the floor away from you. Also strengthening the shoulders. Four. One. Good job. You press it back, downward facing dog. Now from downward facing dog, we're gonna have one more set of core exercise, and we're going to come and shift to a plank. This time we're going to come again onto forearm plank, but we're going to roll into a side plank. So come onto your forearm plank, and now you can shift to the side. This time we're going to do 10 hip taps on each side. 10, 3, 2, 1. Switch on the other side. We're almost done. Good job. Now from forearm plank, press it back, downward facing dog. We're gonna stretch, and we're almost done. From downward facing dog, come onto your tabletop. We're gonna take a poppy pose. We're going to do a shoulder arm stretch, and we are done. So you're going to come poppy pose. You're gonna take your hands and crawl them as far as you can on your mat, but also pressing the chin and chest down, looking forward, stretching the shoulders, the back and throat. Look forward. Breathe here. And come back up. Press it back up to your child's pose, and take your blocks if you have them. If you don't, it's okay, because you're going to take your knees out wide, big toes to touch, and you can do this also without the blocks, but it's a deeper stretch with the blocks, because you're going to set them either on the higher level or the lower, and you're going to press, make sure they are your shoulder width distance apart. You're going to press your elbows. You're going to take your hands into prayer and just press down, pressing your chest and head towards your mat and breathing through it. One more breath here. And slowly release. You can take the blocks, and you can sit nicely on the shins, or you can have a cross-legged seat. I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy my videos.